Hello, welcome back to another episode of Kayak Fishing Virginia Beach. Today I'm going to make a anchor line management system for my anchor line because I don't like to have it sitting in my kayak under my feet. I'm not really fishing in any kind of place that I'm worried about coming off anchor and having to spool hundreds of yards of line out. Basically all it's going to cost me is an $8 cutting board. More or less what it's going to wind up being is similar to the Sidewinder sold by Yak Attack. So we'll show you what we've got here. Okay, what I did is I took some graph paper and laid out the basic shape of how this is going to work. Like I said, this is very similar to the Sidewinder from Yak Attack. I'll take and post a copy of this on the link when I upload the video, so you can cut one of these out for yourself. Basically, I'm just going to cut the pattern out, and this is my cutting board that I will be using. So hold on, we'll cut it out and I'll show you how we get it done. Okay, here we are. We've got the pattern cut out, and the way this will work is you'll notice I have this little square right here. Eventually what we'll do is that'll have a hole, and the way this works is you run your line through there, it wraps around, and then when you want to lock it off you bring the line over here, and this is what's going to your anchor. Up here you'll have, I don't know, 15 feet of rope, 20 feet coming out this way that you'll have your bobber on, or your float for your line. Now I will tell you, you'll notice, let me flip my cutting board around here. This fits perfectly on the cutting board. So this board I picked up. This is the one it is. I got it at Walmart, and it is a 10-inch by 14-inch. So just keep that in mind. You probably could use a smaller board. I got this one because of its thickness. Some of the smaller boards were a little bit thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a Sharpie, outline it on the board, and then basically just take a jigsaw and cut it out. Now, after I cut it out, you'll notice on my template here I've got some sharp corners, 90-degree angles, stuff like that. I will take a file and round those over to help keep from nicking my anchor line. Okay, here we are with the pattern drawn out on the cutting board, and you'll notice that it runs, the pattern's just a teeny bit short on this side, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it straight to the board. It's a lot less cutting. I also line the back end up over here. Since this was going to be angled anyway, it's not going to make that much of a difference. This is where the green piece of the corners were, similar to that. So here in just a minute I'll have the finished product. Okay, and here we are with the finished product. Now, yep, I know it'll work. I will tell you that the one from Yak Attack is definitely prettier, but considering that I've only got $8 in a cutting board, I think it'll suffice. Hold on just a second and I'll show you what it's like with my anchor in it. Okay, and here it is with my anchor and my anchor line on. Now I will say that I've got 100 feet of anchor line, 1/4-inch anchor line. Takes up quite a bit of space on here. But the way that this is supposed to work is when you drop your anchor, down here at the end of my driveway, you drop your anchor out, and you see normally you'd do this in your kayak. It's just, again, I'm in my driveway. So let's say that's how much anchor line you've wanted to spool out. Set this down here. your tag end here that's got, I don't know, about 12 feet on it, this is what's going to have your float attached to that you'll cleat off in your kayak. But as far as the anchor itself, you'll take the line and it will wrap in the hook right there, like this. Okay, so what you'll do is the line that's going to be in the water, what happens is it comes and wraps around the hook like this. Now, when this is cleated off, which you'll notice I got a hold of the tag end here, I'll step on the end going to the anchor, and you can see I'm putting a fair amount of force on that, and it's not going anywhere. So that will keep all your line out from under your feet while you're out in your kayak. Well, thank you for joining me for this episode. Tune back. Probably my next project is going to be doing a stakeout pole. So tune back soon. Thanks for watching. Fish on.